Hey y'all, it's CasualBarehn, and today I'm going to show you the Demon Hunter as a MinionMaster. Yeah, I didn't think it was something to consider either, but apparently it works really well. So, what you'll want is to get yourself at least 2 pieces of the Marauder set. Get yourself this Cloak of Garuf. And some other things you'll want are things like Wraps of Clarity and the Bombardier's Rucksack. Some kind of a decent weapon. This is a pretty not decent weapon, but hey, it was the only melee weapon I had that she could use, because you're also going to use the Shadow set. For the whole little thing, set 4, Shadow Power gains the effect of every rune and lasts forever, which is damn nice to have, because check this out. You'll have the Nightbane rune to slow enemies. You'll have the Blood Moon rune to double the total life per hit. The Well of Darkness to reduce the cost of... oh, that's not that important because that's just the initial cost. But you get this one, Gloom, which will reduce damage taken by 35%. And you'll have Shadow Glide, which gives you 30% more movement. Now you'll see that my Demon Hunter has 31.7 million toughness, and a lot of that comes from damage reduction. Because
if we stand here much longer, I am going to rob you. Just so you know. May fortune
you're fired. Alright. So, I'm not using regular legendary gems. I'm using tank gems. You know, I've got the esoteric alteration, and I've got, or is it esoteric? Esoteric, whatever. I'm not an English expert. Mutilation Guard, and that's what's making me quite tanky. You don't need to make yourself super tanky. I'm pretty sure that that's not necessary, but at least I'll survive. And then we got the Enforcer Gem for our pets. Down here in Kanai's Cube, I have the Royal Ring of Grandeur for saving me some time on whale. Not over here, but over here. See, I only have 3 pieces, but I get the 4-piece bonus that I need. Don't care about those 2 rings. I need better rings. I mean, the stats on this one are pretty acceptable. Damage, dexterity, attack speed. What's on this one? Dexterity, vitality, and critical hit chance. Might change vitality for more damage. And then, back to the Kanai Cube. The armor is going to be Depth Diggers for that bonus damage. And Calamity? Yeah, Calamity. Which will mark everyone I hit for death and make them take 20% more damage, and that is really nice to have. And on top of my Depth Diggers from the Kanai Cube, I also have Hunter's Wrath equipped, and that sucker gives my primary skills 30% more speed and a decent boost to their damage. Custom Engineering passive, that goes alongside with my sentries. And then Hatred Generators. Oh yeah, that's to make me more tanky, so I'm definitely going to survive things. And then over here, I've actually been testing the grenades out. Like, I tried, what was it, Cluster Grenade? Yeah, I tried Cluster Grenades. I didn't bother with Tinkerer because that's not necessary for my setup. I tried Grenade Cache. I didn't consider Stun Grenade because, once again, it's not very handy. It's not that useful. It's a stun, you know. but I want to kill things. I want to kill them fast. Stuns are no use to me because I don't have anything that gives me more damage based on stun. Alright, and so my check room is basically like the Diablo 2's assassin, what was it? Blade shield? I think so. Yeah, blade shield. And in this one it's called Shuriken Cloud, which is roughly the same thing. They circle around me and cut up anyone who tries to get near me. I got my shadow power active with my favorite color wings. And I got my companions. This thing calls all the companions now, so now it's just a matter of whoever I have selected. But even though, like, okay, when I push the button, right, they all trigger their power. Except the spider, he didn't do nothing this time. Oh, I guess he did. He just did it on the floor underneath him. Something. I don't know. Anyway. Smoke screen, that's my runaway button. And I got my sentries. And for sentries I got Spitfire. Because those rockets are pretty damn handy. I was going through all of them. I tried the Guardian turret. It was okay, but it just wasn't doing enough damage. I also didn't need the extra tankiness because with my equipment and my other things, I don't need it. I tried Polarization and found that was just not effective. And I tried the chain one. I did not like it at all. I thought it was just not a viable thing in general because you have to lure the enemies onto that chain, and when you've got ranged enemies mixed with melee enemies, that's kind of a pain. It becomes tedious. And I tried Impaling Bolt too because I thought, hey, this one arrow is going to hit multiple enemies, but it turned out to once again deal less damage from what I was seeing. So I stick to the Spitfire turret, which fires the regular shot on top of homing rockets. And my passive skills are numbing traps. Enemies you slow, chill, or hit with phantom knives, spike traps, caltrops, or grenades and sentries that I use have their damage reduced by 25% for 5 seconds, meaning that I'm that much more tanky. Then I've got reduce the discipline cost of all skills by 10%, increase armor and resistance to all damage types by 10%. See what I mean? I'm just building up the tankiness here. And then comes the damage. Increase the damage of grenades by 10% and their radius by 20%. They're going to explode 20% bigger. Then I got increased damage against slowed or chilled enemies. And before you question that, I'm going to go ahead and answer it. Shadow power gains the effect of all runes thanks to my shadow set. So, which one of these was it? This one. Slow the movement speed of the enemies, which means they're going to take 20% more damage. And then over here, I'm going to chill them, right? Are they chilled? Yep, it chills them right at the end there. Who stand in the area and chills them. 120% cold damage over 3 seconds. And they're marked for death, so they're taking 20% from the marked for death and 20% from the Call the Weak thing over here. So that's an extra 40% damage they're going to take. Meanwhile, I'm taking so much percent less damage. And I'm going to see how tanky I am. So I'm going to jump into a level and I'm going to attempt to kill myself. I'm going to do tier 40. I've done tier 31 on this character. I'm going to see what tier 40 is like. I'm not tier 40, tier 40. Level 40, whatever. Greater Rift. Here we go. get my check rooms and my shadow power going. This is tier 40, and I seem to be holding up pretty well. But these are just peons. We'll see what happens when I fight some bosses to kill. Alright, so here's our test. Do I have what it takes to tank these guys?
No, I will not do that.
Well, that's a messed up refusal. You should want to survive. Seems to be holding up really well. Seems like once I change all these items into being ancient, she could do really well. Or not. Goodbye. So I got burnt to death on chains. Alright. Well. Just going to walk on out of here. See ya. Okay, so I realized that I had more health than I needed. I had 630,000 or something like that, and 582k is just fine for what I plan to do. I've changed it so that my rings are my damage, see, and my amulet is a mixture of the two, and everything else I'm fairly happy with. I just need to get ancient versions of it because I only have 2 pieces of ancient armor out of all the armor I can wear and all the rings and stuff. And my ancient weapon, I need a better ancient weapon because that thing is outdated, ain't it? No, that's an old one. The new one can go up to like 555%, so yeah, I definitely need a new one. Do I have one in my stash? Give me a moment. So the new maximum is 555%, like I said. Right? 555%. And then over here, this is the old one, whose max was 222%. And that is how you know you've been a victim of the times. When your items are just significantly lower statted than others. But anyway, we found out how to die in Torment. I mean in level 40 Greater Rift. Now let's see if we can handle level 32. Alright, well it seems that my damage is just not enough to do Torment 32. But nonetheless, mixing some pets into this build is quite fun. And I think that Diablo 3 learned from Diablo 2 that people like things that can summon things. Because there were so many summon necros then. Or at least when I was playing, and people would get mad at them in those public games, complaining about the lag that it would cause. I never got lag from it though, so I don't know what they were talking about. But I played a summon necro and freaking loved it. And now in Diablo 3, so many characters can become... You're gonna do it and you're gonna like it. So many characters can be summon types. The Demon Hunter, the Barbarian, the Witch Doctor of course, and the Monk. But the Wizard doesn't have a viable summon. Not really. I don't consider the Familiar something that you summon because it doesn't attack on its own. It only attacks when you attack, so it's more of like a shoulder gun. Yeah, it's kind of something like that. Alright, well, thanks for watching. I'm gonna hurry up and get to the Guardian and see how fast I can kill that.
That would not be wise.
That was just a taste.
No, I will not do that.
Vengeance!
You have triumphed.
Alright, so it took me 13 minutes and 46 seconds. Well then, that took quite a while. I definitely need to work on this build, but it's something really worth checking out, because if you like minions and you like pets, the Demon Hunter can pull it off. Alright, once again, thank you for watching. Y'all take care. Night or day, make it great. See ya.